Hi students, welcome to Mechatronics MCQ Part 2. The first question, the relationship indicating how much output is there per unit input is. So these are some of the static characteristics of sensors. First is resolution. Resolution is nothing but the smallest change in the input that has to be made in order to produce a detectable change in the output. Accuracy is nothing but the degree of closeness of the measured value to the actual value. Span is the difference between maximum and minimum input value. Whereas sensitivity is nothing but it is the change in output per unit change in input. So that is nothing but the relationship indicating how much output is there per unit input. So the correct answer is option D, sensitivity. When a force sensor shows a reading as 20 Newton instead of actual value 25 Newton, then what is the error percentage? Error percentage is given by the measured value minus the true value divided by the true value. So it will be 5 by 25, or that's nothing but 0.2 into 100 percentage. If I want to convert that to percent, it is into 100%. So 20 percentage is the correct answer. Which among the following is a passive sensors? So you can classify the sensor as active sensor and passive sensor. So active sensor is something which requires an external power source to operate, whereas passive sensor does not require any external power source to operate. So among the options, potentiometer, LVDT, RVDT, all these three requires external power source to operate, whereas thermocouple it itself generates EMF. So it is an example of passive sensor. We did not give any extra current to operate. What is the span of the sensor having an input range of 300 to 350 Kelvin? So already we have seen span is nothing but difference between the maximum input value and the minimum input value. So the span here is 50 Kelvin. When a strain gauge is subjected to strain, the strain is proportional to. So in strain gauge, the strain is proportional to del R by R. So epsilon is directly proportional to del R by R. That's nothing but fractional change in resistance. In a temperature sensor, if the output is increased by 5 volt for a 10 °C increase in temperature, then what is the sensitivity of the sensor? We have already seen sensitivity is nothing but output by input. So here sensitivity is nothing but output is 5 volt, input is 10 °C. So it is 0.5. The unit will be, it is volt. This is degree Celsius. So it is volt per degree Celsius. So 0.5 volt per degree Celsius is the correct answer. The unit of gauge factor is nothing but we have already seen that the strain is directly proportional to fractional change in resistance, that is del R by R, or you can say del R by R is equal to G into epsilon. This constant of proportionality is called as gauge factor. So G is nothing but del R by R by epsilon. So we know that strain has no unit, and del R by R also has no unit because both the unit of del R and R are ohm, so they will get cancelled. Therefore, no unit by no unit. So for gauge factor also there is no unit. The smallest change in the input that has to be made in order to produce a detectable change in output is, we have already seen, that is nothing but resolution. So for all this I have already given video. You can refer that for understanding the static and dynamic characteristics of sensors. The length of potentiometer wire is 1 meter. If the input voltage is 5 volt and the output voltage is 1.5 volt, then calculate the distance moved by the slider. So the relationship showing the distance moved by the slider, input voltage, output voltage, etc. is X is equal to L into V naught by V in. L is the length of the potentiometer wire, V naught is the output voltage, V in is the input voltage. So it is 1 into 1.5 by 5. So the answer is 0.3 meter. Choose the wrong statement regarding LVDT. LVDT means linear variable differential transformer. It is a displacement sensor. So LVDT consists of a single primary coil is correct. LVDT consists of two secondary coils, that is also correct. It's similar to transformer only. It has single primary coil and two secondary coils. Both the secondary coils has equal number of turns is also correct. Both the secondary coils should be of unequal length is wrong because both the secondary coils should be of equal length. So option D is the wrong statement. We have been asked to choose the wrong statement. So option D is the correct answer. What will be the change in resistance of an electrical strain gauge of gauge factor 2.1 and resistance 50 ohms if it is subjected to a strain of 0.001? So we have already seen del R by R is equal to G into epsilon. This has already been asked in Anna University exam. So we have to find the change in resistance, that is del R. So del R is nothing but R into G into epsilon. So that is 50 into 2.1 into 0.001. So that is 0.105 ohms. So 0.105 ohms is the correct answer. What is the resolution of a linear wire wound potentiometer having 1000 turns of the resistive element wound uniformly over the length of 10 centimeter? So the resolution of a potentiometer is given by span of the potentiometer by the number of turns. Here the overall length of the potentiometer is 10 centimeter. The span is also 10 centimeter. So 10 by 1000 is nothing but 0.01 centimeter. So 0.01 centimeter is the correct answer. Thermocouple works on the principle of, this we all know, it works on the principle of Seebeck effect. That means if you connect two dissimilar metals, two junctions will be formed, and if both the junctions are maintained at two different temperature, then a EMF will be developed in the circuit. That is called a Seebeck effect. So this is the principle in which thermocouple works. Choose a light sensor from the following. Hall effect sensor is a displacement sensor. Thermistor is a temperature sensor. Bimetallic strip is also used to measure temperature. Therefore, LDR, light dependent resistor. This is an example of light sensor. Other light sensors include photodiode, phototransistor, photoresistor, etc. Which among the following is not a dynamic characteristic of sensor? Okay, so we have two types of characteristics, like static characteristic and dynamic characteristic. So dynamic characteristic refer to the behavior of the sensor between the time the input is given and the time the output value given by the sensor settles to the steady state value. So it is time dependent. So here response time, settling time, rise time, all these three are dynamic characteristic, whereas dead time is not a dynamic characteristic, it is a static characteristic. So it is a time for which your sensor will not respond. Okay, so dead time is nothing but a static characteristic. So that is the correct answer here. So with this we have completed the MCQs of first unit. So the next video will continue with the MCQs from second unit. Thank you.